Welcome to Travel Austria Quick Tips. Great trips.
It's great to be here.
So today we are doing something a little different. We're stepping completely away from the checklists.
Yeah, no must-do in 2 hours list for this one.
Exactly. We're ignoring that whole mentality. I mean, there are no famous palaces today.
Right. And no dramatic, jagged alpine peaks, the ones that look like they've been airbrushed onto a chocolate box.
None of that. We are heading to a region that is, well, it's quiet, it's green, a little rugged, and just deeply local.
It's a place where you don't go to chase highlights.
No, you go to collect moments.
I love that distinction. Collecting moments versus chasing highlights.
Yeah.
That feels like a much healthier way to travel, doesn't it?
It really is. And it's the perfect way to describe our destination today. The Mühlviertel in Upper Austria.
The Mühlviertel. It's one of those places that if you know, you know. But for a lot of international travelers, it's completely off the radar.
So let's unpack this. If you are the kind of traveler who loves places that feel real small towns, granite landscapes, deep forests, local food, then this deep dive is definitely for you.
It really is a hidden Austria. And what's so interesting is that it offers a completely different rhythm compared to, say, Vienna or Salzburg.
How so?
Well, it's not performing for you. It's just inviting you in.
Okay, first things first. What exactly is the Mühlviertel? I mean, for our English speakers, that's a bit of a mouthful. What does the name mean?
It is, yeah. Well, literally translated, Mühlviertel means the mill quarter.
The mill quarter. That sounds very pastoral, almost like something out of a storybook.
It does. And historically, this was a region defined by watermills. You have the River Mühl and countless smaller streams. So historically, that meant watermills for grain, sawmills for the forests.
So it was an industrious region, a working landscape, not just empty scenery.
Exactly. Geographically, we're talking about the northern part of Upper Austria.
Okay, so if you're looking at a map of Austria,
It's that chunk of land sitting right above the Danube River. And it stretches all the way up to the Czech border.
north of the Danube. Got it.
And because of that location, it has this incredible strategic travel advantage that people often overlook. It's very close to Linz.
Oh, Linz, right, the capital of Upper Austria, a major cultural hub.
Exactly. So you have this perfect duality. You can get the city culture, the museums, the Ars Electronica Center, all that urban energy of Linz.
And then,
Just a 20-minute drive across the Danube, you're in the absolute calm of the Mühlviertel.
it's the best of both worlds. You don't have to choose.
Not at all. You can have your espresso in a modern art museum in the morning.
And be hiking past a granite boulder in a silent forest by the afternoon.
That's it, precisely.
Yeah.
But the personality of the Mühlviertel itself,
Yeah.
it's distinct. It's not a place that screams, look at me.
No, it whispers, stay a little longer.
That's it. It's a place that rewards patience. It's for the traveler who has maybe already done that big loop, Vienna, Salzburg, the lakes, and is looking for something that feels more grounded.
Speaking of grounded, let's talk about the landscape, because when I see photos, it just doesn't look like the Tyrolean Alps. It has a whole different texture.
That texture is defined by one single element. If you take one thing away from this deep dive, it's this: granite.
Granite. Okay, so hard gray rock. Why does that matter for someone traveling there?
Because it shapes everything. This is part of the Bohemian Massif, which is much, much older than the Alps.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, the Alps are young, they're spiky, dramatic. The Bohemian Massif is old, it's worn down, rounded.
So you get rolling hills instead of vertical cliffs.
Exactly. But you have these huge granite boulders, these strange stone formations and ancient stone walls everywhere. It gives the landscape this rugged, slightly mystical feeling. You'll see these massive stones just sitting in the middle of a meadow covered in moss.
It sounds almost primeval, like a natural Stonehenge or something.
It can feel that way.
Yeah.
And the granite does something else. It affects the water.
Yeah.
The water there is incredibly soft because of the granite bedrock.
And soft water usually means...
Better beer.
Uh-huh. I knew we'd get there eventually.
Of course. The Mühlviertel is one of the premier beer brewing regions in Austria, and that's largely thanks to that granite-filtered water and the local hops, so the geology connects directly to what's in your glass.
That is a great connection. So visually, we've got rolling hills, dark forests, gray stone. I imagine the seasons must completely change the feel of it.
They really do. Spring is incredibly bright and green. The air is so fresh. But my favorite time might be autumn.
Why autumn?
The light. When the sun hits that gray granite and the turning leaves, it's just golden. And you often get these incredible fog inversions in the valleys, so you can be up on a hill in the sun looking down at a sea of clouds.
That sounds incredible. And winter.
Winter is for the cozy traveler. It's quiet, crisp. It's that small-town coziness where you just want to sit in a warm inn. It's less about ski lifts and more about winter walking.
Okay, so we have the setting, we have the granite highlands, the rolling hills, the proximity to Linz. But how do you actually travel here? What's the strategy?
I think the best advice for the Mühlviertel is to pick a style.
A style.
Yet you don't have to do everything. Categorizing your approach helps you not get overwhelmed by the lack of a single big landmark.
Okay, break that down for us. What are the styles?
Well, style number one is for the small-town lover. This is for the person who enjoys medieval architecture, wandering through local markets, sitting in a cafe.
That's me. Coffee, cake, and old walls. Definitely my style.
Then you have the nature and easy movement style. And I really want to emphasize easy.
So not extreme mountain climbing?
No, you're talking about forest paths, river landscapes, viewpoints. It's gentle movement, accessible nature.
Hiking boots, but not crampons.
Exactly. And the third style, this is crucial here, it's food and regional specialties.
Now we're talking. But is the food really distinct enough to base a trip around it?
Oh, absolutely. We're talking about a region that relies heavily on what grows there. Potatoes, flaxseed oil, which is a huge specialty, hops, herbs. It's not fancy, but it's high-quality farmhouse cooking.
I like the idea of mixing these. Maybe a morning walk style 2, followed by a massive lunch style 3.
That is basically the perfect Mühlviertel day. But choosing a primary focus helps you plan so you don't feel scattered.
Let's get specific then. Where should people actually go? If I'm looking at a map, what names am I circling?
Right, it's a collection of small places. But there are a few anchors. The first one you have to know is Freistadt.
Freistadt.
Freistadt. It's probably the best-known town in the region. And here's why. It has one of the most perfectly preserved medieval fortifications in all of Austria.
Really? So we're talking actual walls and towers?
Yes, you can walk around the entire old town on the moat and wall circuit. There's a wealthy trading town, so it has these big, beautiful merchant houses. If you want that first impression of history, Freistadt is the place to start.
It sounds like the kind of place where you can just wander and feel like you've stepped back in time.
Exactly. And it has a Braukommune, a brewing commune.
What's that?
The citizens own the brewery. It's been that way for centuries.
Community-owned beer. I'm sold. I'm moving there.
It's a compelling idea. Then, for a completely different vibe, you have Bad Leonfelden.
Bad always means spa in German, right?
Correct. So this is your classic spa town. It has a very relaxed wellness vibe. It's a practical starting point if you want to combine gentle countryside exploring with a sauna or a treatment at the end of the day.
That also sounds like a solid plan B for a rainy day.
Absolutely. And it's famous for Lebkuchen gingerbread. There's a huge tradition of baking there.
Okay, so history and beer in Freistadt, spa and gingerbread in Bad Leonfelden. What else?
Moving a bit more towards culture and quiet, there's Schleel. It's famous for its monastery Stiftschleel.
Ah, the historic abbeys. Austria has so many of those.
It does, but this one is in a very quiet, forested setting. And bringing it back to our earlier point, it houses a very famous brewery. The monks are very good at what they do.
I am sensing a theme here.
The interplay of church, trade, and brewing is everywhere. And if you go even further north from there, towards Eggenschlegel, the countryside gets even more peaceful. That area is ideal if you really want to disconnect.
But there's also something to be said for the places that don't have a famous name, isn't there?
That is a crucial point, the village concept. The real charm of the Mühlviertel is often in the unnamed villages. You drive through, see a local church, a small square, traditional houses with that granite stonework. It feels authentic because it is.
It's that lived-in feeling.
Exactly.
So we have our towns, we have our styles. Now, what do we actually do? If I'm there, what are the experiences I shouldn't miss?
Well, first up, just slow town exploration.
Just walking.
Just walking, but with intent. In Freistadt, for example, notice the difference between this and, say, downtown Vienna.
It's quieter, for one.
It's for locals. You're walking through a community, not a tourist attraction. And that changes how you interact with a place.
Okay, and what about that granite? How do we experience that?
You need to find what I call a granite moment.
A granite moment. I like that. What does that look like?
It doesn't have to be a 10-mile hike. There are these specific rock formations, sometimes called Wackelstein or rocking stones, where these massive boulders are balanced so delicately you can actually move them with a push.
No way. You can push a giant rock.
Yes, really. It's wild. Or just find a viewpoint or a short path where the stone meets the forest. That contrast, that texture bright green moss on gray boulders, that's the Mühlviertel signature.
Sounds very grounding.
It is. And that leads to the third experience, gentle nature days, river paths, scenic loops. The goal is atmosphere, not endurance.
And for those of us who want to relax even harder.
Wellness. We mentioned badly on Felden, but the whole region has a strong spa culture. It just fits the mood. A wellness afternoon can turn a gray, drizzly day into a highlight.
Okay, we have to talk about the food. You mentioned the guest house culture.
The gas house, the
Right.
traditional inn. This is essential. The food isn't trying to be fancy. It's just comforting.
Give me a specific dish. What am I ordering?
You are looking for Leinulerdepfel.
Line Uller Depfel. Okay, what is that?
It's boiled potatoes served with local flaxseed oil. That's the linol, usually with a milk or cream. It sounds so simple, but that flaxseed oil has this nutty, intense flavor that is unique to the region.
I love that. Lunch as a cultural activity.
Exactly. In a region like this, a long, leisurely lunch at a guest house is often the main event of the day.
So let's put this all together. If I'm staying in Linz, how do I structure a day? Give me the one-day plan.
Okay, a realistic one-day plan. You start in the morning with Freistadt, walk the walls, get that old town atmosphere.
Copy in the square. Got it.
Then midday, connect to a nature stop, a short walk, get that granite and forest feel we talked about.
Build up an appetite.
Right. Then lunch, find a traditional inn, take your time.
And the afternoon?
Keep it calm.
Yeah.
One activity, maybe a viewpoint, a spa stop, or a visit to a second small village like Keffermark to see its famous wooden altar.
And that's it.
That's it. The number one rule is, do not overpack the day. The Mühlviertel punishes rushing. It rewards a slow pace.
Okay, but what if I want to stay overnight? Is it worth it?
Oh, I would argue it's the best way to see the region.
Why is that?
Because the mornings and evenings are the magic hours. When the day trippers are gone, the silence is incredible. Plus, there's a huge culture of Urlaub and Bauernhof farm holidays.
Staying on active farms.
Yes, you can stay in renovated rooms on these beautiful, traditional square courtyard farms. It's an immersion you just can't get at a standard hotel.
So a 2-day plan would look a little different.
Yeah. Day one, arrive, explore one town, have that long lunch, maybe a gentle walk, and then a quiet evening at your farm stay.
Waking up in the countryside.
That's the charm. Then for day two, you choose a theme. Make it a full spa day or a full nature day. Then you head out. It's incredibly restorative.
I like that idea. A vacation from your vacation. Okay, quick practical questions. What do I need to know before I go?
First tip, choose one base.
Don't hop hotels every night.
Right. The region's compact enough. Pick one town and radiate out from there. It's much more relaxing.
And pacing.
One main activity per day. I can't stress this enough. Use Linz for your intense sightseeing. Use the Mühlviertel to decompress.
What about packing?
Layers. Definitely layers. The onion principle. The weather can change pretty quickly in the hills. And, well, rain is part of the deal.
But that just adds to the cozy guest house appeal.
Exactly. If it rains, you just order another coffee and wait it out. It's an excuse to slow down even more.
You mentioned mindset earlier.
Yeah. The best mindset is just openness. The best moment of your trip might be something simple you didn't plan. You have to be open to those small things.
It sounds like the total opposite of bucket list travel.
It really is. It's travel for yourself, not for your social media feed. It's about how the place makes you feel.
So to summarize, why should someone carve out space for the Mühlviertel? Why detour north of the Danube?
Because it shows you the complete picture of Austria. If you only see the imperial palaces and the famous peaks, you're missing the real texture of the country.
The in-between places.
Right. It's quieter. It feels less performed. History is subtle there. Nature is right up close.
It's a slow breath of fresh air.
That's the perfect phrase for it. If Vienna's the opera, the Mühlviertel is just sitting in a garden listening to the birds. You need both to understand the melody of the country.
And it's so accessible, right there near Linz.
So easy to get to. There's no excuse not to dip your toes in.
I love that. It's an invitation to slow down, to stop running from site to site and just be.
And in a busy world, a place like the Mühlviertel is becoming a rare luxury, a place that just is.
That is a wonderful thought to end on, the luxury of authenticity.
Absolutely.
We hope this deep dive has inspired you to look at the map of Austria a little differently, to look north of the Danube, to look for the granite, and to maybe leave a few days in your itinerary completely unplanned.
You won't regret it.
Thanks for listening to Travel Austria Quick Tips. Great trips. And see you soon in Austria.